introduce myself. My name is Elliza Rohmatin. My number study is A320150135. Okay, here I want to present my research paper, Literary of Appreciation, with the title The ERIN GRUWELL'S Anti-Racism People in the Movie Freedom Writers, a Sociological Approach. Okay, and here, the ERIN GRUWELL'S Anti-Racism People in the Movie Freedom Writer. And here about my presentation divided into 5 parts. The first is introduction, consists of problem statement, objective of the study, and benefit of the study. And the second is theoretical framework. The third is findings. The fourth is conclusion, and the last is bibliography. The first is introduction. This Freedom Writers film by Richard LaGravenese tells the story of the life of a teacher named ERIN GRUWELL with her students in room 2003 to 203 in the 1990. The movie of Freedom Writer tells about problems in the educational institution, racism, gang members among students, naughty teenagers, and underprivileged students, and it's a true story. Okay, here ERIN GRUWELL itself is the main character in the movie, became the first teacher at Woodrow Wilson High School in Long Beach, California. ERIN GRUWELL is a new teacher who has to deal with the various problems in educational institution. And here there's the problem of this movie is from ERIN is about racism occurs when ERIN was seen parading the racial area created in the room. When students took their seats, the right back was filled with members of the black gang, and the Latino sat on the left side of the room. And so it's seen concerns like racism in the community, or I think in the class. So here the characters of ERIN itself is ERIN is never received respect from institution or her school, but ERIN is want to change the student minds to become a good people and want to make anti-racism racism is changing the behavior and attitudes of her students. Okay, and the role of educator like ERIN GRUWELL, she was anti-racism teacher, was success in transforming her students so that they could do positive things for the environment around them. When the people around him were pro-against racism, GRUWELL remains in his position, but to be anti-racism person at the time was very high risk. She might not be like a people around him, expelled from the place where works are even killed. So here the problem statement. There's two problem statement here. The first is what action reflect ERIN, and the second is what impact on the social environment. And also the objective of the study to get an overview of ERIN GRUWELL'S anti-racism attitudes and analysis of ERIN GRUWELL'S life so that she is able to remain a person who is anti-racism when the people around him are pro-racism, knows the impact on ERIN GRUWELL'S social environment on his anti-racism. Again, there's benefit of the study consists of students, lecturers, and other researchers. For the student, also to give more understanding to students of English language department about anti-racism by character of ERIN GRUWELL. And lecturers is to add input on anti-racism by the character ERIN GRUWELL, and how one's attitude reflects anti-racism and the impact of anti-racism in society or social. And for other researchers and readers or viewers is to add more reference for readers and the next researcher who want to conduct research related to anti-racism by the character ERIN GRUWELL. And here there is some theoretical framework. This section includes the theory used to solve the problem statement, also give the theory of research method and approach that used in this research. This research used a method of sociological research, and then there's social psychology from Rock and Barron, and sociology from Hatton and Hahn, and also there's from Lawrence and Swingwood, and there is the term of anti-racism from Combium in Sunarto. What is anti and what is racism? And that is make sure from the problem statement there's some impact according to Wakito in the book of social psychology. There is a two. The first is the relationship between individuals and the social environment do not only occur in the same direction, and the second is individual attitudes toward their social environment can be in the form of rejection, acceptance, and neutrality towards the environment. And the last is finding and discussion. There's some picture here. I'm so sorry. The first is when Erin tells the students to change the position of the seat, Erin realized that her student who did not enter in the future, but he remained positive and optimistic that her students were good students and would return to the school. The second picture here is when Erin inline game. Here Erin just asks how much your friend was died, and how color, and the others. And here's when Erin is able to change student perspective of racism. Erin used a book from Anne Frank and initiate change. Here, when Erin feels sad about Erin got a divorce in her life, please remind struggle for anti-racism as a teacher, but Erin here forget that she also has a family that he needs prioritize too, and finally he gets divorced from her husband. This is the impact of anti-racism that occur in the character, and Erin only think about how students become better without realizing she must get permission from her student, from her husband, who she does not think in line with Erin. And the last picture, when Erin success writing a book of the Freedom Writer's Diary. Okay, and the last of this presentation about my research paper, based on the sociological analysis and where the analysis that occurs in the surrounding environment. Okay, based on sociological analysis, she wants to emphasize that different races can unite in if others have empathy for their problems and take action to lose bad differences that make them not respect each other. And the surrounding environment, here she is able to think about the effect and consequences of racism and on herself. And that is so how strong the determination of someone who only think for a change they must fully dedicate her life to her studies, or I think her students. Okay, and the rest is bibliography. Okay, thank you. That's all my presentation. Thanks for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.